Okay, this is the Pigeon River. We're very close to Lake Michigan right here. There's some very scenic parts of this river, miles back upstream, that I've kind of explored at different times. But there was a large Indian encampment, and these were fishing grounds and planting grounds at one time, this area here. So, just very neat. I'm going to take a little bit of a film of this area also, just so I have. Yeah, this is real swampy in here. This is kind of off the trail here a little bit. A little more down by the riverbank here. This is sure small little bluff. Suckers are spawning in here. They're in here like crazy. It's hard to see them on film, but I can see them every once in a while swimming by. So he's got a canoe across there. Here's another view from the edge of the marsh as we're winding up the river here. Hard to see further off that way. Real nice house sitting up there. Very high bluffs, 50 to 60 feet up those bluffs. Okay, this is kind of where that marsh kind of flattens out a little bit. There's some hills up on this side. The river's behind me. And you can see a little bit of the river right over there. But this is a whole big section, about a quarter mile of flats that extend in, I don't know, maybe 100 yards all the way along the shore for about a quarter mile of the river where it bends. You can see the tree line, how it bends. And the river is right there. And there's some bluffs and a house up on top. And we're getting close to the lake now, so we're going to follow this route. Okay, this is where Pigeon River empties into Lake Michigan. You can see the lake right there. And pan up this way, some really scenic bluff area with some developed property, of course, along it. And there we are down that way. This is heading straight west, obviously with the river behind me to my east. Try to get a better view of this. Trail kind of gets pretty muddy over here. I really don't want to walk through it. Okay, here's a little bit of better view of the outlet onto the lake here. And the river's real shallow, maybe a couple feet deep, several hundred yards upstream till it gets a little bit deeper. As you can see, back in the time when there was a big campground established here by the Indians, that they would have been able to easily sit in here with their canoes and spear whitefish and any other fish, suckers or anything else that came up this stream. And one of the reasons that they pick areas like this is because of the very good fishing areas, and also where the flats are, they can plant crops in the summer. And probably not too far from here, somewhere around here, is probably at one time, may even still be there, is a sugar maple grove where they would, after being in their winter camps, come down into areas like this, and they would harvest the sap from those trees, and they would make the sugar from it, and they would start to fish. And they would set up wigwams along here, and they would summer in these areas, and then in the winter they would go into deeper areas where they would spend their winter hunting and just sustaining on what they got throughout the summer. So, very nice.